Frenzies, and welcome to day 2 of my 30-day vlogging challenge. For the month of November, I'm going to vlog every single day just to get better at it and learn more about it. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic I get asked about all the time, and that is 4-day schools. I work at a 4-day school, and people are always shocked, like what, how, why does this happen? How can I get a job at a 4-day school? So I thought I would talk about it a little bit, and here we go. I'm finally outside, ready to go for the day. I got a new shirt. It says Chief Happiness Officer. I love that. Anywho, yeah, I work at a 4-day school, and we do have to work some Fridays. We have trainings on some Fridays, or we're expected to come in and volunteer some Fridays. I would say maybe like 4 Fridays a year. Just a little background on 4-day schools. There are 25 states in the United States with 4-day schools, and there are over 500 districts that have 4-day schools. They are usually in rural. I did a little research yesterday about, what are the other states that have 4-day schools. They're really, I think my district is one of the last districts in Nevada with 4-day school weeks. And it's just because we're one of the most remote districts. Well, the really remote districts, we're talking Area 51 here. There's no Walmart for an hour. Target's like 4 hours away. That's where you're gonna find the 4-day schools. I found out last night there are a lot of 4-day schools in Montana, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, now Colorado. There's a major district. I think somewhere around Denver, there's a district doing 4-day schools. They get Mondays off. Most 4-day schools, you get Fridays off. And then the number one state that has 4-day school weeks, where a lot of districts are, is Oklahoma. Oklahoma. So if you want a 4-day school week job, go check out Oklahoma. We're one of the last districts in Nevada to still have a 4-day school week. You have to be pretty remote. So we are over an hour from an hour's drive from a Walmart. We're really remote, and it's sort of our culture here, 4-day week. We're a gold mining community, and most of the executives that work at the gold mines, most of the managers, they only work Monday through Thursday. So it sort of makes sense that their families would be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just sort of, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I asked my principal about it, like, how did it all come about? I asked my boss, how did it all come about? Because, he's been here his whole life. And he was saying that it wasn't always a 4-day school week. They originally voted on it to save money, because the studies show that you can save like 1 to 3% of your total budget at a school if you don't have it open an extra day a week. On electricity, you can hire more hourly staff, stuff like that. I'm living the fancy life. I'm getting gas, pumping the gas. I guess I shouldn't be YouTubing and pumping gas. Probably against the law. The bank parking lot, talking to myself in my car. Oh boy. Bring out the trolley. The trolley? Okay, so again, I work at a 4-day school. Oh boy, you already knew that. My experiences with the 4-day school. Obviously, I love having Fridays off, but Monday through Thursday are really long days. They are no joke. Legally, we have to be in school as many hours as a 5-day school. It's all about the hours, not about the days. So I usually get to school at 7 and I leave at 4. On Mondays, we stay an extra few hours for PLCs and meetings. And honestly, I wrote down all of my hours at my old 5-day job to compare to this job, and I'm definitely working more hours at a 4-day school. Positives. Let's just go over the positives. 1, you get Fridays off, which is an extra day of relaxation and rejuvenation. 2, you I don't think you get burnt out as much on those really long months where there are no holidays. 3, if you're in the right community, it's a great thing for kids to spend the extra day at home with their parents. We have a lot of kids that leave here and go out of town and visit family members. So it's really good for their social, emotional health being out of school that extra day in our community. Bad parts of the 4-day school week. Well, you're not connecting with kids that extra day. So I feel like it's not as homey feeling at school because you're only there 4 days. Some weeks you're only there 3 days. And the kids are spending, almost the same amount of time at home. And you're just not getting that sort of family feeling, like school is your family, because it's not. Maybe it's a good thing. Another thing I kind of hate about the 4-day school is, like, if a kid misses a day, what day do they make it up? They usually make it up on Friday, right? Like, Friday is like a makeup day, makeup work, an extra day to turn things in. You kind of get that extra day, but we don't have time for that at our school. So there's no Friday fun day. There's no Friday makeup work day. So you really got to stay on task with your work. For me, it's good and it's bad. The week goes by really fast, but I have no energy at the end of the day. Spending 7 to 7 at school on Mondays, I have no energy Mondays. I'm a zombie on Tuesdays. This last week we had parent-teacher conferences till 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Working from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., it's a bit much. And I had no energy left when I got home. I went right to bed. And then Wednesday I was exhausted. It leads to exhausting weeks. And then you need Friday to recuperate. Instead of Friday being this extra fun day for you, it's really a day that you have to recuperate. First year teaching, I was at a 4-day school. I wouldn't have survived if it was 5 days because I was driving 90 miles to get there and 90 miles back home. It was just a really long commute. It was hard finding a job my first year. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a little goofy. When I taught in elementary school, Friday was just so much fun because we always did like fun food Fridays, science experiment Fridays. We did like extra games on Friday. Like there's all these promises we could make, like, well, if you do this, then on Friday we'll do that. And you don't have that here. We have no Friday fun activities. And then to promise something on a Thursday, there's just not enough time. There's not enough time to have a whole bunch of fun. And that's one thing I don't like about the Friday, no Friday. They've done studies on the 4-day school, and it doesn't make a difference on test scores. So if you're worried about test scores, there's no proof or evidence. We have the same rating for our school, and our test scores are very similar. They mirror other junior highs in the state. There you go. Those are my experiences with 4-day schools. I've taught a total now. My first year I taught in a 4-day school. My next 3 years were in a 5-day school, and then I went back to a 4-day school. So I now have about equal amount of experience, 3 to 4 years in both 5-day schools and 4-day schools. Which one do I prefer? I have a bit of a travel bug, so obviously I prefer the 4-day schools. It's a lot easier making appointments on Fridays too. I think it's better for teacher happiness, but I don't know. If I taught a younger grade, it's really hard having them all day long because you don't get as many breaks, you don't have as many specials. So I just don't know. I think in junior high, 4-day school is where it's at. But maybe if I taught elementary school again, I would prefer a 5-day school. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. If my district tomorrow announced that they were going back to 5-day school and we were getting those hours back every day, I'm kind of a creature of habit. It wouldn't break my heart. I don't think I would quit my job over it. But I don't know. I enjoy my 4 days right now. So I'm not going to complain. Well, I do complain. You can ask all my friends. I complain a lot. But I'm not going to complain about getting my Fridays off. Just like right now. I'm going to go have fun. Take care, friendsies. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.